Hi there, I'm Chris, the big time influencer, and next week I'm going to be in Las Vegas! I've been preparing for this vacation for almost 2 years now, and my favorite part of preparing for a trip to Las Vegas is making cocktails! I have a challenge for the city of Las Vegas. I have learned to make many cocktails. My vodka sea breeze is delicious. I make a hurricane that could be a tropical storm if you don't want to fall over after the first drink. I make so many delicious cocktails, but my signature cocktail, the one that everybody loves, is my whiskey sour. My challenge to Vegas? Make a better whiskey sour than mine. Alright, now, Las Vegas is the booze capital of the world, but so many bars make whiskey sours the wrong way. This is the wrong way to make a whiskey sour. Okay, first, this is bourbon. Bourbon is what Americans drink instead of good whiskey. Okay, 2 ounces of this crap. Hold on, there we go, 2 ounces. All right, bourbon. But that's not the worst thing. This is sour mix. Sour mix is used by most bars. They buy it by the bottle. It's stale lemon juice mixed with high fructose corn syrup, artificial ingredients, and better living through chemistry. 2 ounces of this crap too. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is I forgot the ice until my friend Maya brings it to me. Thank you, Maya. Maya is helping me out shooting this. She's been promised to drink at the end of this. So, whiskey sour the bad way, bourbon, sour mix, and of course, a bartender who's having a bad night, who shakes your drink for you. That's not the worst part. So what's the worst part of this terrible whiskey sour? $15. That's the worst part. Hey Maya, would you like this whiskey sour?
No, thank you.
Don't worry, I wasn't going to give it to you. Friends do not give friends whiskey sours like this one. I'm going to make you a whiskey sour the right way. I'm going to drink this one myself. On second thought, I'm going to make 2 whiskey sours the right way. Okay. Let's get to it. First thing is, instead of bourbon, I like Scotch whiskey. This is Ballantine's Scotch whiskey. They are not a sponsor, yet. Hey, Ballantine's, you could sponsor me for a couple of cases of this stuff, and I've got your slogan. Ballantine's Scotch whiskey. It's cheap and it doesn't taste like shit. For some reason, the Ballantine's people haven't gotten back to me, but I do like their product, and it makes a great whiskey sour. So, we're going to make 2 of these. That's one. That's another one. All right. Now the next thing, egg white. Now, a really good bartender will separate an egg, but after you've had 3 or 4 whiskey sours, it's really hard to separate eggs, so I use the carton. So for 2 of these, we want 2 ounces, because 1 large egg white is actually 1 exact fluid ounce of egg white. It's nice how the chickens figured that one out for us. Okay. Now, this is heavily expensive, organic, fresh-pressed lemon juice. You can also squeeze it yourself, but, you know, you might as well use the quality because you're going to taste the lemon in this drink. So, we're going to use 2 ounces of this for 2 drinks, 1 ounce each. And finally, homemade simple syrup. There's no excuse to buy this stuff. It's just sugar and water boiled together. Easy. 2 ounces. Okay, so if you're keeping score, that's 1 ounce of egg white, 2 ounces of whiskey, 1 ounce of lemon juice, 1 ounce of simple syrup makes 1 drink. I'm making 2. Now, the secret of this drink is you give it 2 shakes. First, you give it a dry shake. This is going to get that egg white all whipped up like meringue. It's going to make the drink really rich. Give it about 35 shakes. Be careful opening it because the egg white is putting it under a lot of pressure. Very good. Now let's get some ice in there for the second shake. Whoops. It looks better if you're a little bit neater than I am, but it's going to taste fantastic. Get one more in there. Unfortunately, under the lights here, the ice is melted a little bit together, but we're fine. This time we want to give it a bit more shaking, about 50. Once again, contents are under pressure. Beautiful. Now, we get a little ice into a couple of glasses here. And then I'm going to wait a couple of seconds after I pour. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to pour this, and then we're going to wait. Because after it's poured, see, it's all kind of a uniform color now, but it's going to separate into a delicious, delicious yellow drink with a frothy white on top that a beer would envy. So while we're waiting for that to separate, I'm just going to call out a few bars in Vegas. Whiskey Liquor Up, you're going to be first. I'm coming to you first. You could win it all there. Oak and Ivy, you make a great whiskey sour. I've seen it. I'm coming for you too. The Speakeasy at the Mob Museum, you say you make the best classic cocktails in Vegas. This is as classic as it gets. Bar Canada. Wouldn't it be great if the best bar in Las Vegas was Bar Canada? You can make your whiskey sour with Canadian Club. I've had the CC whiskey sour. It's great. And there we go. Look at it. Yellow, frothy white top. It's beautiful. It's delicious. It's sweet and sour at the same time. It is the best whiskey sour I've ever made. Vegas, can you beat this? You've been challenged. I'll be there in a week. That's the big time influencer, his whiskey sour, and I'm off to Vegas. Thank you all very much. Like, comment, and subscribe.